What is up, nation? We are live with another break. Break 4005. In this break, we got one Origins Hobby, 4 Dub Classics, which is our case kicker, 10 Donruss tins, 2 Donruss Hobby. We got 1 Downtown and 1 Kaboom. So before we get started, we need some numbers from you guys. Kaboom-wise, we got 5 here, 1 being the top, 5 being the bottom. So I just need those, and then we can get started and pick our Downtown after that as well. While you guys pick the number, I'm going to grab the gloves. So just again, one number, 1 through 5 for our Kaboom. Why am I not seeing anybody in this live? Is Facebook being buggy? Facebook being buggy? Let me go into the video, hang on. I don't see anybody in the live. Hey Tom, I don't see anybody in the live. What do I do in terms of picking the box?
Go live like you normally would.
Oh, I'm already live.
Yeah, give them like 2 minutes, and then just.
Alright, I see 3 in the live now. Alright guys, we need a number 1 through 5 on the Kaboom. So we need a number 1 through 5 on the Kaboom. We want to pick classics because we already got our 4 from the case kicker. I see we got 2 in here, so just need a number from one of y'all on 1 to 5. If I don't get a number, I will pick one at random. No problem. 3. Thank you, Kyle. Alright, that is the middle box. Same thing for the Downtown. We got 2, 4, 6, and 8. A number 1 through 8, 1 being the top, and 8 being the bottom. Gonna put these in the office. Alright, 1 being the top, 8 being the bottom. No, feel free to give it, man, if nobody's answering. Otherwise, I'm going to pick. I know what number I would pick, but I'm 7. All right, so 7 is this one right here. All right, so we got our stuff for the break. We're going to start off with the tins. Then we'll do 2 Dub Classics. Then we'll go into Donruss, and then Origins, and then finish off with the other stuff. So good luck, everyone. Thank you for the fill. Let's move these tins in real quick. All right. Good luck, everyone. Oh, we got an avalanche. This will be my last break I rip tonight, so Tom will probably be ripping the rest of for the rest of the night. So let's end the night off for me with some bangers. Empty first tin. Empty second tin. All right, best of luck, everyone. I'm going to turn these over a little bit. Okay. all good. We have another break set up for 8:30, I believe it is. So we want to just make sure we're keeping everything moving for y'all. All right. Good luck, everyone. Starting off with Kyle Van Noy, Trey Amos, Malachi Starks, Kyle Williams, Art Monk, Travis Hunter on the Rated Rookies Retro. That's going to Jacksonville. That is John Kirsch. Nice hit. Dominator CJ Stroud, Chahad Campbell, Tyreek Hill. Got Jared Goff, Mason Graham, Mason Taylor to the Jets on the purple. Caleb Johnson, Jordan Watkins, Scary Terry, Aaron Rodgers, Abdul Carter, Arian Smith, and Jordan Love. Feel the love. Alright. Gotta make this a little bit neater. Alright. Next two. Yeah, I want to see a DT. CK and me are the only two who have hit a downtown out of a 10. And they're both Tyler Shaw. So, I personally want to see a Jackson Dart. I wouldn't mind a Cam Scatterboo either. But I'm sure that whoever doesn't have the Giants doesn't want to see that. Alright, empty tins. We haven't hit a downtown out of this case for the downtown for the hobby. In terms of the cases of the tins, it's not guaranteed, but CK hit one yesterday. I hit one out of the first couple of tins we opened, and they were both Tyler Shaw. But I've seen other tins where they pulled others, like Shador. Colston Loveland, Pat Bryant, Sam Darnold, Travis Hunter on the base, Mike Rozier, Jalen Lane, Cam Ward on the rookies that's going to the Titans, Matty Wills, Tyreek, Joe Ferguson, Amonra, Ashton Genty on the base, Trey Harris on the retro, DJ Giggins, Derrick Henry, Jimmy Graham Legend Series, Jaden Higgins, Terrence Ferguson, Jake Ferguson, and that is it for those blasters. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Alright. I'm going to open these. Alright. Do one at a time. See if it changes the mojo. Alright, here we go. We got George Kittle, Cam Chancellor, Dylan Gabriel on the base, Jordan James, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jackson Dart on the retro. We'll take that Giants. He's been coming out. Matty Wills, Shador, Travion Henderson, Stephon Diggs, and that is it for that one. I am still ripping. I'm only ripping this one. And then I'm probably heading out. You know, CK can't keep. Tom can't keep me out of the chair. Can't kick me out. All right. JK, Ashton Gillott, RJ Harvey, Jalen Wright, Jaden Daniels, Tyler Warren on the rookies going to the Colts, Kenneth Grant, Demetrius Knight Jr. on the purple, and that is it for that one. And then again, all rookies will be sleeve and top loaded that are of color or insert. If they aren't sleeve and top loaded, just got to keep it to a minimum with Donruss with the amount of hits. Oh my god. These tins are like unforgiving sometimes to like open. CeeDee Lamb, Demetrius Knight, Garrett Wilson, Jalen Walker, Lamar Jackson. We got Jaden Higgins, Michael Pittman, Omarion Hampton, Devontae Wicks, and that is it. Alright. Last 3 tins. Dylan Sampson, Joel McLaughlin, Bond, Max Crosby, Emanori, Jared Goff, Jalen Milroe, Matthew Golden. We'll sleeve and top load that for the Packers. That one is Matty Wills, Jalen Hurts, and those. Move these up here because we are going to use the bottom for the dubs. Alright, let's change the mojo again. Let's get 2 open, the last 2, and then we're going into at least 2 classics. Then we'll do a Donruss, flip over to Origins, finish off with the Donruss. And then we'll go into everything else. All right. All right. Jarquez Hunter, Ashton Gillott, got Caleb. Quinn Ewers on the rookies. We'll see even top of that for the Miami Dolphins. That is John Kirsch. Matthew Golden, Tyreek Hill, Brandon Aubrey, Mike Sandstrel, Trey Amos, Jack Sawyer, Kyle Williams on the press proof. We got Milton Williams, Dante Thornton Jr., Bijan, Trayvon Henderson, Nick Bonito, Jaden Blue, and Chase Brown. And that is our tins. All right, dub time. All right, we're doing 2 dubs. 2 dub classics. Good luck. Got a PSA 10 out of 2020 Panini Donruss Optic. Justin Herbert rated rookie blue hyper. That's going to the Chargers. John Kirsch. Nice hit, John. All right, second dub. Another 10. 2022 Panini Prism. Fernando Tatis on the Color Blast for the San Diego Padres. Who is that going to? Padres. That's going to the Jaguars. John Kirsch. Nice hit. Doubling up on the dub classics. All right. Let's do a Donruss, guys. Last box we ripped was a running back box. We had 2 autos and a lot more fun in that box. All right, we are empty. Good luck. First 5 packs incoming. Here we go. Colston Loveland. We got Devin Hester. We got Cam Ward on the Gridiron Kings. We'll sleeve and top load that for the Titans. Matty Wills. Jalen Hurts on the Bomb Squad. Travis Hunter. We got a Kenneth Grant to 199 for the Dolphins on the press proof. Who's got the Dolphins? John Kirsch. That'll be sleeve and top loader when it comes to you. We got Quinshaw Junkins. We got Champions here. Cooper DeJean. CMC to 49 for the 49ers. John Kirsch on the filler. Nice hit. We'll sleeve and top load that for recap. Tyleek. Got TJ Watt. We got Patty Mahomes. Chad Johnson on the red press proof from Michael Williams. Dominator CMC. Larry Fitz on the bomb. Woody Marks. Elijah Arroyo. Mason Graham on the throwback. Jeremiah Trotter. And a kid reporter. All right, these are going to just go in the recap pile. All right, next 5 packs. Still got auto and mem lurking. I think we got a no name. All right, here we go. And we do. Joe Horn on the no name for the Saints. Who's got the Saints? Matty Wills, Jarquez Hunter, Nick Bonito, Jimmy Graham, Matthew Golden, Almanor, Jalen Royals, Dan Marino, Ed Reed, Trey Amos, Dominators, Jared Verse. We got Brian Robinson Jr., Kyle Williams, Will Campbell on the red press proof. That's going to Kelly. Nice hit, Kelly. We'll sleeve on top of that for recap. Kyle McCord, Whamjack, TJ Sanders. We got Arian Smith on the red press proof for the Jets. Abdul Carter on the Elite Series rookies for the Giants. That one is Matty Wills, Jalen, and Kid Reporter. Alright, I am gonna put all these in the recap pile. Sleeves. There we go. All right. Gonna do. That is definitely the mem. All right. We're gonna rip this pack. Edgerrin James. We got Jalen Wayne. Pittsburgh Steelers. John. TJ Watt on the Jersey Kings to 425. Nice hit. Michael Williams. We got Jalen Hurts on the Super Bowl for the Eagles. And Christian Watson. And the Eagles is John Kirsch on the filler as well. This product loves to kill your top loaders. Hang on 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. All right. Still got auto lurking. All right. Devin Hester on the press proof, number 299. That is going to the Chicago Bears. Kelly. Jack Beck. And there's our auto. Bookend 49 out of 49. Kyle McCord. Eagles. John Kirsch on the filler. Nice. Jaden Blue, Joey B, Christian Watson, Khalil Mullins, Saquon, Garrett Wilson, Pat Bryant, Mason Taylor, Jahad Campbell, Brock Purdy, Shamar Stewart, Emmitt Smith, Jalen Noel, Patty Mahomes, and 2 base. Hang on 1 second, I need to X out of this because I can't see the comments come through. Sorry about that. Devin Hester will go in the recap. All right, last 3 of the first box. Let's see if we can end the box on a banger. Definitely not living to the standards of the last box that I ripped on the last break. But we still got 1 more. All right, here we go. Jahad, Lad, Nolan, Scat, Peyton Manning, Jack Beck. We got Derrick Henry, Dante Culpepper, Benjamin Morrison, Devontae Adams, Lamar Jackson, and 2 base. And that is our first box of Donruss. All right, we're going to go into the rest of the classics. Then we'll go into Origins. Grab these. All right. Here we go. PSA 10, 2018 Panini Select. We got Jalen Brunson on the rookie signatures. PSA 10 out of 199. That's going to the Dallas Mavericks. Also going to be the Cowboys. That is Joe Lane. Nice hit, Joe. Take Jalen Brunson. All right. Last classic. Oh, dang. Plastic got stuck to my fingers. All right. Last dub classic. And she thick. PSA 9, 2006 Upper Deck Exquisite Collegiate. LaMarcus Aldridge patch auto going to the Portland Trailblazers out of 99. That's not something you see every day. That's a cool one. Portland Trailblazers. Trailblazers. Seattle Seahawks, Matty Wills. A nice hit. All right, and that is our Classics Nation. All right, it is time for some Origins. 2 autos, 1 mem. Empty. Alright, I don't remember how these go because I haven't ripped it in a while, so I'm going to just sweat every card. But I believe that these come to the front, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so to 75, Khalil Shakir. Jackson Dart on the base, I believe. That is the base, but we are going to sleeve and top load it. Giants. Matty Wills. We got Joey B. Okay, that is auto. Is this auto too? No, it is not. To 99, Tyreek Hill. You know what? We're going to sleeve and top load all of those. And we are going to sweat the rest. So, the dart we'll put on the stand. Everything else, no. Even though it's not numbered, All right. Time to sweat. Okay, so Joey B. Kyle McCord doubling up on autos on the RPA. That one is it not numbered? It is not numbered. But Eagles loading up on Kyle. See, this should probably be like 100. Nope. Absolutely not. Alright. Put that right there. Alright. We got Jalen Noel to 99 Texans. That one is Kyle. And then for the Mem, a dirty patch to 199. Trayvon Henderson, Patriots. Kelly. I said Kelly. Gonna have to take all of the other stuff down. Alright, so I'm taking these guys down. Alright, and then we are going into Donruss. And then you guys tell me, you want to finish off with Kaboom or you want to finish off with Downtown? I would assume Kaboom, but you guys are in charge. You let me know what you guys want to do. Empty box. All right, here we go. Jackson Hawes. We got Jim Hart. Got Luther Burden, DK. Jonathan Taylor. Dylan Gabriel on the base. Egbuka. Zach Bond. Oh, just spoiled it. We got Eric Dickerson to 99 for the Colts. And that one is John Kirsch. We'll sleeve on top below that. James. Jackson Dart on the Elite Series. We got CJ Stroud. Baker Mayfield. Trayvon Henderson. Luther Burden. Joey B. Jack Sawyer. Brian Robinson Jr. Lambjack to 100 for the Baltimore Ravens. John Kirsch, Calvin Johnson, and 2 base. Alright. The only one I'm putting on the stand is going to be the Lambjack. Actually, I lied. I'm going to put the Jackson Dart too. At least for right now. Alright. We still have a patch. We still have an auto lurking. Tony Richardson to 49. We take that, Vikings. John Kirsch. Keandre Smith. Ty Felton, Brett Favre, Trevor Etienne, Bryce Young on the Elite Series, Will Howard, Quinion Mitchell, yeah, that guy, Riley Leonard, excuse me, Jalen Hurts, Troy Franklin, Xavier Watts, Alfred Collins on the Raider rookie red press proof, Paul Warfield, always one for break, Devontae Adams, JT, Will Johnson on the red press proof. We'll take that for the Cardinals. Nice hit. Charles. Nice hit, Charles. Shedeur on the Elite Series rookies. Michael Penix. And 2 base. Oh, damn. What is in here? It's a new office and there's bugs in here already. There's a bug in here. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what's in here, but it sounds like a stink bug. I need him out of here now. Alright, Will Johnson. Shedeur. Alright, we're still sweating auto and patch. This is definitely patched. I am going to rip the Band-Aid off. Alright, we got Josh Allen, Will Howard, Torrey Holt, Dante Thornton Jr., Cincinnati Bengals. That's John Kirsch. Jamar Chase to 425. Nice hit. Alright, so we are still sweating auto, guys. We are still sweating auto. Okay, so. Alright. DeAndre Swift to 50. Bears. Nice hit. Tootin. Oh, there's our auto. Jalen Noel to the Texans to 299. Kyle on the filler. Nice. Michael Penix. Barkley. No name. Joe Mixon? Joe Mixon. We'll take that, Texans. Texans, this is your set of packs right here. Harmon. We got Brandon Aubrey. We got Shedeur Sanders. That'll be sleeve and top when it comes to you. Oh, Cam Ward on the base. A.J. Brown. Kenneth Grant. We got the Super Bowl portrait. Jaden Blue. We got Aiden Hutchinson. Derek Harmon. Lad McConkey. And base. And next break is live, guys. Sorry for running over a little bit, but we are live on the next break. Fortunately, was waiting for people to pick boxes for the break, so I did run a little bit over. I do apologize. But feel free to call your spots if you would like. I'm going to rip the downtown and then the kaboom right after these last 3 packs. All right. Here we go. All right, here we go. Last of the Donruss. Membo, Mason Graham, Jalen Carter, Arroyo, Jalen Lane, Tasala. We had Will Shipley there. Ibuka, Galat to 199. We'll take that for the Kansas City Chiefs. That is John Kershaw on the filler. Peyton Manning, Bryce Young, and that is it. No downtown. The downtown lives. The downtown lives. All right. We do have a guaranteed downtown coming up right now. All right. Good luck, everyone. PSA 10 on this one. 2022 Donruss Optic. For the Saints, Chris Olave on the downtown. That's going to Matty Wills with the cheap thrill. There we go. Nice hit. All right, and the last card of the break is our Kaboom. Let's see who gets it. Good luck. All right. We got a 9 on the Kaboom. 2024 Absolute. Of course I would. Why wouldn't I? Malik Neighbors on the Kaboom for the New York Football Giants. Matty Wills cleaning up on the last 2 cards of the break. And that is the break, nation. All right, let's get this recap situated, and then we will get you guys out of here ready to go. The next one is live, so feel free to pop in there if you don't want to watch the recap. In no particular order, this recap's going to go. No particular order. If I can grab the cards. All right. We got Eric Dickerson to 99. Shedeur, Travis, Cam, Dart, Devin Hester to 99. Hurts on the MVP. Abdul Carter, Red Press Proof Will Campbell, No Name Joe Horn. McCaffrey to 99. Cam Ward, Galat to 199. Super Bowl champions. Mixon on the No Name. Swift to 50. Chase to 425, Shedeur, Will Johnson, Tony Richardson to 49, Tyreek Hill to 99, Shakir to 75, to 425, TJ Watt, Ewers, Golden, Noel to 99 on the red ink, Henderson on the patch to 199, McCord on the patch auto not numbered, Noel to 299 auto on the rookies, Lambjack to 100, Jackson Dart, Kyle McCord, 49 out of 49. And then for the Dubs, we got the LaMarcus Aldridge PSA 9 Collegiate Auto. We got the PSA 10 Herbie Blue Hyper. Jalen Brunson Rookie Autos PSA 10. We got a Color Blast of Fernando Tatis PSA 10. The Downtown Chris Olave PSA 10. That's a rookie. And for our Kaboom, Malik Neighbors Kaboom Horizontal PSA 9. Thank you again, nation. This is the last one for me. I will see you guys tomorrow morning if you do want to join. We will have Tom ripping the rest of the breaks for the rest of the night, so hope to see you guys tomorrow.